Hello, hello Capricorn. Welcome to your July 2019 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Capricorn. And I just want to let you know the decks that I'm using today are listed in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to me and hit the bell if you want notifications for when my readings come out. And please, please, please follow me on Instagram because there's a whole bunch of fun stuff that I post on there as well. And so you're welcome to follow me at Onyx Healing. And stay tuned at the end because I have like meditations and a podcast that's out and all sorts of good stuff. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so I am going to pull these oracle cards, and while I do this, just check in with your situation. If there's any specific information that you want to have come through, just make that request now. Take a deep breath into the diaphragm. Notice anything going on in your body. Okay, one more. So let's start with the truth bomb for you this month. We have Be Your Own Guru. Now, one of the things that's really common is when people want to have someone else be the expert or know what's best for them and kind of hand over their autonomy. So this is actually kind of dangerous, right? If you're handing over responsibility and autonomy over to someone else, this is very bad. And that's what gurus do, is they go, okay, I'll take the wheel for you. So instead, this is about claiming your information, your truth, the things that are best for you. And then the animal spirit card, we have vulture. So I'm getting that it's like you might be doing a lot of shadow work, you know, just with the imagery and the coloring of this card. You might also find yourself like really coming up against things that maybe you thought were totally worked through. Maybe those start to percolate and come to the surface again. I'm thinking more emotionally or mentally because Mercury is going retrograde this month. So with all of that, it's kind of like our thinking is also under revision as well. So that's something that's coming through here with this vulture card. And then we have true love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. I was trying to figure out what that sentence meant. Anyway, so this is definitely focusing on self-care, self-love, and really cultivating that within yourself. It's not something that does come from someone else. Other people might be reflecting it back to you, which is how we experience like loving someone else and understanding that they love us. But remember that that is all internal. Now, the central energy for you is the Father of Swords, independent thinking, and consolidating a lot of wisdom. I am not surprised in the slightest to see this sitting here. Okay, whether this be a result of the eclipses that we have in July or Mercury retrograde or you getting clear on certain things that may have been foggy before, all of this is information that you're going to be carrying with you. Now, what you have shifting out is the Ten of Wands. This is like overwhelm, being overworked, having way, way, way too much to do. That's shifting out. So I'm getting that you're way clearer now and you have way more level-headed thinking. And there might even be less stress this month. It might be something where there's been a lot of clarity that's been shining through and that's really supporting you in all of this. Okay, the oncoming energy for you is the Nine of Rods. So climbing the stairs, getting to where you need to go. right? There's always going to be more progress that needs to be made, more work to be done, all of that stuff. But ultimately, you're heading in the right direction. Your goals are becoming more and more attainable. And I want to remind all of you that as you're going along whatever path you're on, there's not a destination. I know that's an easy trap to fall in, but when you reach one milestone, there's often going to be 3 others that pop up. So just understand this is a part of the process. And if you have reached any significant goals, don't forget to celebrate that progress, because it's very easy to fall into the trap of, oh, I just am moving on to the next thing and not even acknowledging how far I've already come. And that's dangerous. So you want to make sure that you understand how much progress and how close you're getting to the things that you want and what you've already experienced that you do want. Otherwise, you're constantly going to be putting your manifestation out into the future rather than understanding it's already available. Now, this is what you need to know about July. We have the star. So things are really lined up. I'm going to clarify this one, but it's just about being in deep, deep, deep alignment with where it is you need to be and all of the things that are best for you. That's really shining through for you this month. And then I have the Chariot. Even if it feels a little bit out of control, or like you don't know how things are going to work out, or there's still a lot of missing factors, missing elements, this is just reminding you that it's like, yes, it can feel like it's totally hodgepodged and like you're just using glue and duct tape to patch your life together, right? Sometimes that's how it feels, but it's definitely all coming together. It just might feel really unstable this month. Perception and reality don't always line up. Now, the advice for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, do you see? This is kind of what I was imagining with like patching your life together with glue and duct tape, just keeping it really loose. But then there's also an element of this is going to tighten up. It might feel like it's really, like I said, unstable and loose and not coming together, but it is going to cinch up and tighten up. There's just a lot of stuff that kind of needs to be found within the loose nature of the way things are in this moment. And to clarify this, I have the Temperance card. It's like, it's going to get balanced. It's not going to stay this way forever. So remember, this is just 1 month, right? This isn't, I'm not doing a reading for a lifetime, right? This is just 1 month. And the good thing about that is you can capitalize on this energy as you're moving through this. And so for the Wheel of Fortune, it's just reminding you like, hey, things are going to be very much up in the air, and a lot is hinging on your decisions, your work, your balance, whatever it is that you have going on. But you have the star up at the top. So this is like where you're projecting. This is what you need to know. This is just a reminder of like, don't dress rehearse tragedy. Don't do that. That's not going to be a good move. Now let's get into the timeline. So you guys know first, second, third, and fourth quarter, that'll be where you end the month. First quarter of July, we have the Sun. So it seems like you're feeling way more like yourself. It looks like you have more energy. Maybe you have some opportunities to play and have fun, or really just enjoy the experience that you're having. So make sure you're like carrying this with you throughout the month, because this is a nice energy to be working with initially. Now the second quarter for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Once again, like this is also the time that Mercury goes retrograde. So you guys are going to be having different experiences with that energy and how it kind of shows itself for you, but just kind of relax into it. Just let it be there to help you edit, revise, and review, and try not to get too caught up in it or like anticipate bad things. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that things are slowing down and you're able to work out all the bugs where necessary. Third quarter of July, we have the Knave of Coins. This is equivalent to the Page of Coins, so maybe you're like showing up in a new way, or you have to start something new that you haven't tried before. You know, you can use this energy to experiment. I know that people say like, oh, don't launch anything, avoid contracts, stuff like that. But what I'm getting here is like, you can also dabble and experiment and see what sticks or what feels good. You can still check in with things like that. So it's kind of like worth giving small things a shot during this time and just see how that works, if that's going to support you in this Nine of Rods energy, which is all about ascension and moving into that next layer, or if it's something that feels more like a distraction. And then wrapping up the month of July, we have the Five of Wands. So that friction is where you grow and expand. You guys know this is my favorite card because it's all about problem solving. Like, oh, there's this thing that we may have not seen before. There's this thing that is still like trying to work its way out. And so being able to make sure everything's in tip-top shape, whatever friction is making an appearance, is the best possible way to move forward and make progress. Now I'm going to do a 3-card pick, so you're welcome to pick a card that's calling to you, ask a question, ask for guidance or clarity. Card number 1, we have the 8 of Wands. It's going to be easy to want to just full speed ahead, go, 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 fast, fast, fast. You know, that's something that is easy to want to dive into. And I think you're just going to want to go with the flow of your personal energy. So like at the beginning of the month, if you have more energy, then make more effort, like capitalize on that. If during the second quarter you have like less energy or you feel kind of a dip, it's okay to honor that too. Because the water and the current is what's really standing out to me here. So it's not about all or nothing, push or pull. It's about listening to your body this month. That's the important distinction in this card. And with whatever situation you're asking about or wondering about, listen to your body to figure out the flow. And then card number 2, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, again, this is kind of like the pursuit, using your energy to move forward, move in the direction that you want to go. And you can trust yourself that you are progressing. You do know what's best for you. Your energy is going to come when it's going to come. And that's also worth showing up with, because the more energy you give to the things you want to show up and have grow, the better off you're going to be. And then card number 3, we have the Four of Swords. So for you, the most important thing is going to be rest. You're going to need to relax and take it easy this month. Or in the situation that you're in, this is like going against force. It's the exact opposite. It's relaxation and rest. So for you, this is saying take a break. You don't need to overexert. You don't need to push, shove, fight and scrap your way to your end goal, because that's only going to delay things further. So slow down to speed up. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I absolutely appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. You're welcome to click that bubble right there. And I'm creeping up on 50,000 right now, so I'm super excited. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing. That is where you can get more content, more readings, all sorts of good stuff that you get for free, as well as my podcast Sunday messages if you are interested in more of the energetic, intuitive healing, stuff like that. All of that is on my podcast, which is in the description box. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, that is also available in the description box. And another thing that I just launched recently is my meditations. And so those are available for you to get on my website. They are more of a class style. So I teach you energetic tools, and that's more for those of you that are interested in the intuitive development piece, learning how to access your own intuition. That is now available for you as well, loaded with tools. So I hope you guys enjoy those if you check those out. And if you are interested in more of the tarot readings, then make sure you check out my Patreon. I do love and relationship readings, which come out every month, that are big readings like this, but they are sign specific. And I also do weekly sign specific readings, the big circle, oval readings that I do. And those come out every Friday. So there's a whole bunch of different tiers for you to choose from. And until next time, have a beautiful July, everybody. I am sending you so much love and support. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising signs if you haven't already. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.